It was through investigators looking through phones and computers that they kind of identified him as a potential person of interest.
A young girl in Aurora was found safe after police say a man drove from California to take her away, and it all started from the internet.
I will never tell a parent to vaccinate their kids if I don't feel confident that this is something that I'm doing it for my own children.
As doctors try to get more kids vaccinated, they're asking parents to share with other parents who may have vaccine skepticism about why they chose to get their kids vaccinated.
We have to be vigilant and do all the work that we're doing to reduce case spread.
Health officials don't want you to let your guard down this Thanksgiving. Our state health officials are reporting nearly 3,000 new cases a day this past week.
Did you catch the flurries? Snow? Yes, actual snow fell in Denver last night, but luckily didn't cause any major problems on the roads. Love to hear that. It did, though, slow traffic for people heading into the mountains on I-70. No surprise there. Few inches of fresh snow fell in the foothills. Good morning and happy Thanksgiving. Erica, Corey, and Ed with you this morning. Happy Thanksgiving, my friend.
And same to you.
Oh. So yesterday the snow was falling.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, we did it. We did it. We didn't do it.
No, because it has to be officially at the National Weather Service, which is located at DIA. They only received a trace. Not enough. It's got to be 1/10 of an inch or more. Now, we did get some snow showers. Some snow you can see on the ground.
Saw it.
Just not at the official location where we need it.
Not where
Do you know how much snow we had this time last year?
How much?
6 inches.
Over 2 feet of snow. Well, total for the season so
Half
far.
my height.
We had 26.2 inches of snow for the season to this point last year. We have had
Far from that.
That's right. Well, follow me, and we're going to see temperatures be a little bit warmer than they were yesterday. Yesterday, we had official high of 55, but that came at 9 minutes past midnight. We spent most of the day in the 40s, and today we are going to be in the 50s, starting off at 24 right now. We have mostly clear skies around here. Here's our system. It's off to the east of us. We've got clear skies and another system up in the Pacific Northwest. That will be coming our way, but slowly, and as it does, it'll just change our weather a little bit cooler on Saturday. Here's where the clouds line up, and then the clouds move on through, and by Saturday afternoon, we're back to sunshine around here. So today, on your Thanksgiving Day, 56 degrees, lots of sunshine. Then tomorrow, mostly sunny, mild, or look at this, 65 degrees for your Friday. And then on Saturday, there's a little bit of a cool down by about 10 degrees, but we keep the sunshine around. And then take a look at this, 66 on Sunday, 68 on Monday. Final day of November, mostly sunny, 63 degrees.
I can't believe those temperatures. Ed, thank you. A 13-year-old girl from Aurora was found safe by police in Utah after police say a 41-year-old man she met online drove from California to Colorado to take her.
Wow. 9 News reporter Luis De Leon explains what led investigators to that suspect.
A 13-year-old girl from Aurora was found safe on Wednesday after she was taken by a man near her home. Investigators say it was messages between the young teen and the suspect that led them to narrow down a person of interest. This isn't the first time this has happened in recent days, and now a parenting expert wants parents to be more aware of what their kids are doing online. The search ended Wednesday night. Aurora police say a young teen from their community was found safe after a man took her Tuesday near her home. They were found in Utah. The suspect, 41-year-old Navarro Cathy, was arrested, and the young teen was found safe. And while surveillance footage helped close in on the suspect, it was something else that really caught the attention of investigators.
But it was through investigators looking through phones and computers that they kind of identified him as a potential person of interest.
Just last week in Westminster, another young girl was taken by a man she met through Craigslist online. She was also found safe.
Our message remains the same to parents. Get involved. Know what your kid's doing on their cell phone.
It's a message echoed by 9 News' parenting expert, Dr. Cheryl Ziegler.
Parents should really be talking to their kids about online safety as soon as kids are getting online.
She says oftentimes parents say they don't have a hunch about what may be going on with their child and what they might be doing online.
It's just being clear. You can't be nuanced and say, well, there can be some bad people online, and that's just too obscure. Making sure they're looking through their browsing history. Maybe they've even got some safety software on. They do need to be proactive.
That includes not only checking in on them when their child's behavior changes, but even having, say, some sort of contract made where the parent can look through their phone.
A lot of people, think that's a little controversial. Is that an invasion of their privacy? I say that their brains are not developed. They are not equipped to handle what is going on online, and we're actually putting them at risk by not safeguarding them by not saying, once in a while I may look through your phone. At any given time, I can take your phone and look through that.
Dr. Ziegler also says the pandemic, of course, has had more kids being online for longer periods of time because of, among other things, online learning. She says more unsupervised time online is what's leading kids to really start wandering around on the internet more. For 9 News, I'm Luis De Leon.
Public health experts are asking you to just use common sense for your holiday gatherings. Wear a mask if you're not vaccinated, and if you do have any COVID symptoms, just simply stay home. Right now, 1,556 people are hospitalized with COVID here in Colorado. That is down 20 patients from Tuesday. 83% of patients are not vaccinated. About 47% of facilities are expecting staff shortages in the next week. Now, even though hospitalizations are still bad, state health leaders say our cases and positivity rate are not rising as fast, but health leaders say the holidays could change that.
Given that we have Thanksgiving this week, with lots of people gathering, I wouldn't be surprised if the rates, after being plateaued for a couple of weeks, start to rise again.
Now, health leaders also say if you are getting together for Thanksgiving, the safest bet is just to have a small group and stay outside if you can. If you're eating inside, it's better to open windows and doors, run your heat or air conditioning to keep air flowing. Health leaders also suggest making sure you have every guest contact information in case you need to know, let somebody know if somebody gets sick at your gathering.
3 weeks after they became eligible, almost 20% of Colorado kids between 5 and 11 have their first COVID-19 shot. 90,708 first doses of the vaccine for this group so far. That's 18.9% of the eligible group. Several local health departments are trying to give parents useful and factual information as they make a decision about the vaccines. It's called Help Kids Be Kids. Along with the doctors and experts, they've recruited other parents to help spread the message. Parents like Paulina Arises, who has 2 teenagers and a 10-year-old who are vaccinated.
They asked me if I could share my experience. I absolutely jumped to the opportunity, especially for Latino communities. I did my work, my interviews with them in Spanish, because I believe that that's one of the communities that is struggling the most in making the decision.
This campaign includes a website, some YouTube videos with doctors and parents. You can find links to those on our website.
The state is planning to open more large vaccine sites so people can get their booster shots. Starting tomorrow, the Douglas County Fairgrounds will be able to give out 1,000 doses a day. Same for the Chapel Hills Mall in the Springs and Pueblo Mall down south. Now, masks will be required at Mile High and indoor parts of the stadium like bathrooms, elevators, and the team store. It's required starting with Sunday's home game against the Chargers. You don't need masks in the outdoor seats and general concourse. Masks and vaccines were already required at Ball Arena.
The awards ceremony for this year's Colfax Marathon will happen next year. It was supposed to be next week, but organizers are now postponing it because of COVID and the mask mandate. They're hoping to find a new date in January.
The meals we eat today and any other day would not happen without tens of thousands of agricultural workers who raise, grow, and harvest our food.
Boy, is that true. Yeah. And last night on Next, our reporter Victoria De Leon asked that we save a thought when we sit down to eat for the men and women whose hard work make it all possible.
We don't always see the people or the hands that feed us, because before food hits the table, we see it on the grocery store shelf. We don't see the backbreaking work and long hours farm workers endure to nourish us and the people we love. Many of the Colorado farm workers don't live in Colorado. They leave their families in other countries for months at a time to provide for them while providing for us. Time off and fair pay for them, or lack thereof, was questioned this year. Before this summer, Colorado farm workers weren't entitled to minimum wage or overtime pay. We don't always see the farmers who can't afford the very same food they produce, but they exist. This Thanksgiving, we probably still won't see them, but it's likely the food they harvested is on the table. So I hope you'll thank them anyway.